everyone. I'm Mary Sitt, and this is Asian Viewpoints. Can one person really make a difference? Well, our guest today says, yes, she can. Mandy Kao is a philanthropist. She's a community leader here in Houston, and she's also the co-founder of a firm called Titan Management. Mandy, thanks for being with us.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
Mandy, you are also married with 3 sons, and all those sons have learned how much fun it is to give away money. So tell me,
Yes.
how did you teach them that?
Well, when I was young, I knew I was going to have boys or girls, and I wanted to teach them how to give and how to have compassion and love for each other, more so than good grades and making a lot of money. So ever since they were young, I tried to instill this value in them. So it doesn't have to start with money. It starts with like each day, what good can I do today? And if you keep repeating this question, there will be many, many opportunities for you to make a difference, even as a child. I always told them, you have time and you have skills. You have that's going to be your treasure at the beginning. But later, when you make money, you can also invest it wisely to make a big difference. So that's what we did.
I love that. Asking the question every day, what good can you do for someone? And that's sort of like random acts of kindness, right? The neighbor, the yard guy, whoever, right?
Exactly, exactly. You can start from there. And then I think for us, uh, the lemonade day started when my youngest was 3, and they made money. They made about $100. They were so excited, and they
Wait,
won
they had a lemonade stand and they made $100?
around $100. I
That's
remember they
great.
had it in like the soccer field,
Uh-huh.
and the youngest guy was the marketing guy, and they were so excited because they knew they wanted to make the money to donate it.
Mhm.
And so on our way home, we drove by PetSmart, and
Uh-huh.
there was a lady. She was the only lady that rescues dogs and cats. So my boy said, can we go and take a look? And so they were playing with the cats. They wanted to bring the cat dogs home. I said, no, mommy's allergic. But then you can help her in other ways. So they looked at each other and they said, yes, we're going to give her all the money. So here are all the dollar bills, and
Oh,
donated to her. And she says, you guys are going to help keep the animals off the street because I rescue animals. So that started um, the lesson for them to make money and make a difference.
so it started with a lemonade stand and and then also eventually it went into flipping houses. Tell me about
Mhm.
how that worked.
Mhm. In 2014, I think their father helped them flipped and sold their first home.
Mhm.
So they actually interviewed the realtor and they went to work every weekend. And with the profits, they used 50% of the profits to start the Awesome Fund through the Greater Houston Community Foundation. And their first project was to help um, give a grant to the Treasure Forest Elementary School here in Spring Branch.
Oh, that's
I
great.
My foundation was supporting their after school program, and
Uh-huh.
so the principal had invited us to visit it. But when we were there, my kids noticed, Mom, how come they don't have a playground like we have in the school? So the principal told them that it's because they're not able to fundraise enough to get
Mm.
a $95,000 matching grant. And I think they were only short a few thousand, maybe $5,000. And the boys knew they had it in their
Uh-huh.
fund. So again, you know what? They went home and they voted and they said, this will be a great project. So the principal was so excited. And after a year, when it was built, they invited us again. And the boys had so much fun playing with their peers,
Oh,
in the playground. That's going to last a long time.
that's wonderful. And another thing the Awesome Fund does is it gives out Chromebooks to graduating seniors who are going on to college. These are refugee seniors, right?
Yes, yes. The Awesome Fund is just whatever awesome projects that the boys want to do. So
Okay.
I really don't have a say. And so as they grow up,
You're not on the board, Mandy?
I'm advising them, but you know what? They have the final say.
Okay.
And so as they grew, their projects also changed. And so when they knew that some of the students pre-COVID did not have Chromebooks, laptops to go to college, they made it a point to provide that. They also provided iPads for STEM programs in
Mhm.
some after school programs. Those were the things they understood and they enjoy giving away.
Now, Mandy, you once told me that under your Christmas tree, and you have a gorgeous Christmas tree, I've seen a picture of it, there aren't that many presents under it.
Yes.
And it's not because you can't afford to give presents to each other, but what is the reason for that?
Yes. Well, as soon as they were born, literally, we chose not to splurge on Christmas gifts for
Mhm,
ourselves. So
mhm.
when they were young, we would shop for newly arrived refugee families, and they would have give us a wish list. Most of the time, they need TV, kitchenware, clothes, shoes, bicycles. So we have a list, and the boys and I will go and shop for them, wrap it, and then we will deliver the gifts and meet the family. So this has been an annual tradition, and my boys love it. And they still, even though they're older now, they still continue to do it year after year.
And so during all those teenage years, which can, for many teenagers can be very whiny, give me type years. They want the latest iPhone, the latest Xbox, whatever. Your kids didn't do that because they didn't grow up like that, right?
I feel it is when you can see what the world is really like and how some people have nothing, and
Mm.
then you want to help. I remember one of my boys told me, like, Mom, how come they don't even have sofa or a bed? And so I explained to them, when you come from a different country, you don't have anything, that may not be a priority. So they always felt blessed. And
Mm.
so they always know that whatever we have is meant for us to do good and to share it, and then we will continue to be blessed 10 times.
Oh, that's great. Mandy, how can parents or even grandparents encourage their kids or grandkids to give of their time or money? How do you encourage this and make it something they want to do?
Well, I think kids are smart. Instead of telling them, oh, you need to volunteer, you need to do this, uh, kids watch what you do.
Okay.
So I think one great thing is you guys can volunteer together. There's a great organization called Generation Serve,
Uh-huh.
and it spits out like so many volunteer projects that you can do as a family. And so growing up, this is one of the things that my kids, they tell me that they really cherish, is for us to work on making sandwiches and collecting socks and then delivering them to the homeless, doing backpack giveaway every year. These are the things that they really enjoy, and we do it as a family. But now that they're grown, they continue to do their own things. So Tyler, for example, just graduated from UT.
Mhm.
He was the philanthropy chair for his fraternity.
Wow. That's
And
terrific.
yes, and so Ashton started his real estate club to help other kids become more financially savvy and learn about real estate together. And he intends to do that when he goes to college.
Someone might ask, is it too late? My kid is, in middle school already, and they're not 3 years old with a lemonade stand. Is it ever too late, Mandy? How do you reach those middle-aged kids or high school kids?
You know what? Why don't you invite other friends
Mhm.
and to join, say, Generation Serve or volunteer project together? For example, on Thanksgiving Day, we love to volunteer for Interfaith as a family. And then we also invite other friends too, where we deliver the food to seniors. And you can do it as a group. And afterwards, we can get together and talk about it and have a good time. So we can make it a social thing. Especially for teenagers and middle schoolers, they like to do things with friends.
Right.
So do it together with others.
That's great. And your boys truly have learned that life lesson that it's more blessed to give than to receive. That's great.
Yes.
Well, Mandy, thank you so much for being with us and for sharing these tips on how to get our kids to give away money and have fun doing it. So if you
Mhm.
like this video, please click the like button below, subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting a new video every week. And thanks for watching. I'm Mary Sid.